Good evening. I'm Harry Keeling, and on behalf of the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation and Alaska Public Media, welcome to Hangar Flying. Tonight we're going to welcome back Brian Leist. Brian is the owner of FlyTech, which is a maintenance facility out on Lake Hood, and one I'm familiar with. And we're talking about winter flying. Brian has some really good ideas on the first program, and you should be able to go on the website and see that if you didn't get a chance to see it earlier. Brian, welcome back.
Thanks, Eric.
So a couple of other questions. You actually mentioned something that another advantage of hangaring an airplane that some people might not have thought about, and that is when you're sumping the airplane. Talk a little bit about that, how that may be affected.
Well, typically in the summer time, the warmer climates, you're sumping your fuel tanks and you're getting your fuel, you're looking for water. When we get into the freezing temperatures, the water turns to ice, so therefore you're sumping and you may get fuel and the water's frozen, therefore you're sumping for really no reason. You're not going to see the water because it's ice. When you get it in the hangar and that ice thaws, then you're getting a true clarification of your fuel.
Different topic. What about, I mean, obviously the pilots watching know not to fly with any frost on the wings and surfaces or any ice, but what are some suggestions on how to get it off?
Well, of course, snow removal with brooms, gently, of course. You don't want to damage your leading edges. There are certain techniques. I've seen people use hair dryers, which is a long process. But the best thing to do is to keep your wings covered. Use wing covers, cover your tail surfaces as much as you possibly can.
What about ropes? I've seen people run ropes across the wings. Does that do any damage?
Ropes, you can use ropes carefully. There are a lot of people that have the micro vortex generators, and those you can pull those right off too. So if you don't have those, you can get away with the ropes if you're not afraid of hurting your paint job.
Let's talk about something completely different. How often should an airplane be flown? And if it can't be flown that often and the pilot or the owner makes the decision to pickle it, talk about that.
Well, ideally, if you can fly the airplane once a week, that's a pretty good deal for the airplane. Once a month might be all right, but at that point you're starting to develop some moisture in the engine. And if you don't think you're going to be flying for a few months, you might want to winterize the aircraft. And in doing that, you use these are desiccant plugs. This is what it looks like new. And then once they soak up moisture, they turn to this color. These can also, you can take these out, and the little beads in there, once they soak up moisture, you can put them in the oven and then turn them back into purple, and they're ready to soak up more moisture. For the engine itself, there's also Phillips 66 is a type of anti-rust oil that you can put in the oil system, cycle it around, and it'll help keep that moisture out. And then you want to plug all your holes, your exhaust and your intake, to keep all that moisture out.
So I will tell you from the voice of experience that when springtime comes around, I'll make sure you take those out and put the spark plugs back in.
Absolutely.
What about the battery?
The battery, a good idea to take the battery out, put it in your garage somewhere safe, then just keep it warm. Put it on a trickle charge every once in a while to keep it up there, and usually that's all you really need to do.
Oh, Brian, got a bunch of questions, but we got about a minute and a half left. Any, and you own, and I've mentioned this manager, a really competent maintenance facility with some talented professionals. Tell me how you emphasize safety to your people.
Well, we use experience for the most part. All 6 of my mechanics that work for me are also pilots, so we share in our experiences. Our clients that come in have their own experiences. We listen to the safety topics that they bring in, what their concerns are, and it's a group effort. So every situation that we come up on, as you mentioned, now we're in the winter season, we're doing winter flying, we're talking about that, keeping everything warm, doing our preheating, doing a thorough walk around, look for the ice, all those things that are important as the seasons change.
Great. Brian, thanks for being on the program
Thanks,
tonight.
Harry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed tonight's program and the last program we had on winter flying. We all like to get out and fly on the nice days, but we do need to exercise a little bit of extra caution. I also want to take a minute to remind you that this program and the 2 safety seminars that we put on this last year were brought to you by the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation, completely member supported. Please go to our website, www.aasfonline.org. It's on your screen there. And if you haven't renewed for 2015, please help us out so we can continue to bring programs like this to you. And until next time, fly safe.